Alright, you absolute dungeon goblins, today we're diving into Solo Leveling, the anime where society looked at one weak guy and collectively said, yeah, this dude's cooked. This is the story of Sung Jin-Woo, humanity's weakest hunter, professional hospital patient, and part-time victim of life itself. Bro was so weak that even the monsters were filing complaints because beating him up stopped being entertaining. But somehow, this walking medical bill turns into the most terrifying human on Earth. And trust me, things get dark. We got betrayal, we got murder, we got trauma, we got magical bureaucrats acting like they're running fantasy LinkedIn, and we got monsters built like sleep paralysis demons on steroids. So grab your snacks, lock your doors, and pray you never enter a double dungeon, because this recap is about to get violent. In this world, portals called gates randomly open, unleashing monsters into cities because apparently reality itself gave up moderation policies. Thankfully, humans awakened powers and became hunters. Some are S-rank gods, capable of flattening buildings. Others are Sung Jin-Woo, an E-rank hunter so weak that kindergartners with pool noodles could probably solo him. This man enters dungeons looking like he borrowed armor from a garage sale. Every raid becomes a survival challenge because Jin-Woo's body folds faster than cheap lawn furniture. His teammates don't even treat him like a fighter anymore. He's basically the emotional support intern, and despite nearly dying every 5 minutes, bro keeps coming back because hospital bills aren't paying themselves. Capitalism really is the final boss. Jin-Woo wasn't built different yet, he was built incorrectly. One day, Jin-Woo joins another low-rank raid with a group of equally underpaid disasters. Everything seems normal until they discover a hidden chamber, and this is where the anime stops playing nice. They enter a giant cathedral filled with creepy statues staring at them like subscribers watching a YouTuber apologize video. Then suddenly, one statue smiles. Yeah, nah, immediate red flag. Before anyone can react, giant laser beams start vaporizing hunters instantly. People are getting folded left and right, limbs flying, blood everywhere, and these hunters realize they walked into the fantasy version of a saw trap. The giant god statue sits on the throne, judging everybody like, congratulations, you entered the wrong neighborhood DLC. To survive, they must follow strange rules written on stone tablets. Bow to the statue, praise the statue, stand in the right place, basically the world's deadliest game of Simon Says. But panic spreads immediately because humans in anime lose IQ points the second danger appears. One guy runs. Instantly atomized. Another guy screams. Dead. At this point, the statues are farming kill streaks. And somehow the party still has that one dude yelling, "We can beat this!" Brother, half your team just became modern art. As the survivors desperately try escaping, Jin-Woo realizes somebody has to stay behind, and for the first time in his miserable life, the weakest hunter makes the strongest decision. He sacrifices himself so the others can survive. Doors close, statues surround him, and Jin-Woo prepares to die alone. Honestly, brutal scene. No flashy power-up yet, no heroic music, just fear. The anime really said, character development through suffering. Then suddenly, a mysterious screen appears before him. Player system activated. And just like that, bro unlocked premium membership. From unemployed victim to fantasy Batman. Jin-Woo wakes up in a hospital alive, but now he sees game menus floating in front of him like reality turned into an RPG. He gets quests, stats, daily missions, and if he refuses missions, the system sends him to a punishment zone filled with nightmare monsters. Basically Duolingo if it was designed by Satan. So Jin-Woo starts grinding, push-ups, running, dungeon clears. This man transforms from malnourished side character into K-pop John Wick. And the craziest part? Nobody notices at first. Hunters are out here arguing over rankings while Jin-Woo secretly becomes an extinction level event. Eventually, Jin-Woo enters a dungeon alone, and this is where things get spicy. He encounters giant monsters that previously would have turned him into canned soup. But now, bro starts moving. He dodges attacks, slices enemies apart, counters like he downloaded combat DLC directly into his spine. The animation goes insane, daggers flashing, blood spraying, monsters dropping left and right. And Jin-Woo realizes something terrifying. He's enjoying this. That's when the anime subtly tells you our boy's humanity is beginning to crack. Because power changes people, especially when the world spent years treating you like expired yogurt. The bullied kid finally hit the gym, and now everybody's nervous. Then comes one of his first major boss fights, a giant snake monster guarding treasure. This thing looks like somebody crossbred a cobra with tax fraud, and Jin-Woo gets absolutely cooked at first. He's bleeding, exhausted, barely standing, but instead of running, he locks in. He predicts movements, climbs the monster's body, starts stabbing like he's trying to uninstall the creature manually. And finally, he pierces its weak point. The snake collapses. Jin-Woo stands victorious, covered in blood like a demon that discovered skincare. That snake learned an important lesson: never underestimate the quiet guy with trauma. Now here's something solo leveling does really well. Hunters are often horrible human beings. Greedy guilds manipulate weaker hunters, strong people abuse power, and some characters would sell their own grandma for mana crystals. One raid group even betrays weaker members inside a dungeon because apparently attempted murder counts as teamwork now. But they make one fatal mistake. They trap Jin-Woo with monsters, except Jin-Woo is the monster now. This scene gets dark fast. The traders watch confidently as monsters corner Jin-Woo. Then suddenly, the screaming starts. Bodies dropping, daggers flashing, blood painting the walls. Jin-Woo walks through enemies like death itself finally got tired of paperwork. And when the surviving traders beg for mercy, he doesn't hesitate, because the system rewards survival, not morality. And honestly, the anime basically asks, how much humanity do you lose before becoming strong enough to survive? Meanwhile, viewers are sitting there like, yeah, but those guys were annoying though. Talk trash, get shadow realmed. As Jin-Woo grows stronger, his powers evolve into something terrifying: necromancy. Except anime necromancy means, congratulations, your enemies are now unpaid interns forever. He can resurrect fallen monsters and soldiers as shadow servants. And the first time this happens, pure hype. The dead rise from darkness, glowing purple eyes, an army born from slaughter itself. Jin-Woo isn't just a hunter anymore, he's becoming a one-man apocalypse. And every government, guild, and arrogant S-rank suddenly realizes maybe bullying the weak kid wasn't the best long-term investment. Now let's talk about anime power systems for a second, because this world really said, yeah, we'll rank humans alphabetically and hope society functions normally. S ranks walk around like celebrities, meanwhile low ranks are basically Uber drivers with swords. And the guild politics? Pure comedy. Grown adults holding business meetings while giant monsters literally threaten humanity daily. Imagine discussing quarterly profits while Godzilla is outside eating civilians. Eventually, Jin-Woo stops looking human altogether. The aura changes, the confidence changes, even his drip levels ascend. This man starts pulling up to fights looking like a final boss cutscene. Enemies sense him and immediately reconsider their life choices. And every battle escalates harder than anime power scaling YouTubers during an argument. But here's the terrifying part: Jin-Woo still hasn't reached his full potential. There are stronger monsters coming, ancient beings watching from the shadows, and powers beyond human understanding preparing for war. The weakest hunter is evolving into something the world may not survive. And honestly, that's the scariest part. Not the monsters, not the dungeons, not the bloodshed. It's the fact that Sung Jin-Woo stopped being prey. And that was Solo Leveling, the anime where depression becomes a power-up mechanic. If you enjoyed this recap, hit the like button before a shadow soldier appears under your bed tonight. Subscribe for more anime chaos, because next time we'll dive into another world filled with trauma, overpowered teenagers, and adults who absolutely should not be in charge of anything. Until then, stay out of mysterious dungeons, and if a giant statue starts smiling at you, log out immediately.